Hello everyone, happy Monday the 13th of October. I hope that you are all well this Monday afternoon. So, Owen Jennings here, your spiritual guide and divorce empowerment coach, coming in with your energy forecast for the week. So, what's going on in the cosmos so that you can navigate it, so that you can maybe understand what's going on, so that you can maybe use the energies that are around us, because of course we are all energy at the end of the day, and we become affected by what's going on in the skies and the planets and the general themes that are part of that, whether we realize it or not, actually. So this week is all about embodying and taking action to make the changes that you've decided to make. So what I mean by that is, over the preceding weeks, you may well have concluded that certain changes need to be made in your life. And this is really the week to take action, to really honor those changes that you want to make. You know, finally deciding what you're not taking with you. Now, one of the themes not to take with you is people pleasing, as well as self-sacrifice. So it may well be that in some of your relationships, you're still people pleasing, you're still sacrificing yourself to make the relationship feel better, or to maybe delude yourself that the relationship is better than you think. Now, this could be a significant relationship with your partner, or it could be some friendships. So where are you pretending really that everything is all right, and what you're doing is trying to make things better by behaving in a certain way yourself? And that might seem a little bit harsh, but these are the relationships where you know in your heart that they're not right for you, but maybe logically, or your ego is saying, oh, well, it's not that bad if I just behave this way, or if I don't allow myself to ask for what I want, or I sacrifice this bit of peace, then, you know, this relationship might be all right, actually. You may find that you're deluding yourself slightly. Okay. So this week is really about you putting yourself first, prioritizing your relationship with yourself. Okay. And showing up in deep authenticity. And I know that word authenticity gets overused, but it's you showing up as all of you, without apology, and without people pleasing, and without self-sacrificing. Maybe you've had rose tinted glasses on, you know, we all do that, don't we, sometimes? But I feel that this week is going to show you properly what's not right. So if you've been aware of what's not right, but not doing anything about it, or really acknowledging it properly, then I think something's going to happen this week, or I feel something might happen this week, which means you can't ignore it any longer, or you won't want to. By the end of the week, it feels like, you know, you really want more for yourself as well. And there seems to be more opportunities coming in for yourself at the end of this week. So it does feel as if the first few days of this week are all about realizations. And I do feel it's relationship based. And it could be also to do with the relationship with yourself, you know. So where do you need to have the conversations? Where do you need to strengthen your boundaries? But I'm also feeling that for some of you, there will be endings this week, and you might find them quite painful. As if you're going to be delivered a blinding truth. As I said, you won't be able to ignore. And this delusion that maybe some of you have been under is lifted. And whilst that is a very scary prospect, because we like to feel safe, don't we? It's actually going to lead to new beginnings, greater adventures, and blessings. So try and remember that. If this blinding truth or ending or realization that you can't ignore anymore feels too hard to deal with, just remember that once you've dealt with it, once you've acknowledged it, once you've maybe made the change that needs to be made there, new energy will come in for you, because you're meant to be on a better path for you. I feel like lots of you are still suppressing your needs, you know. That's what I'm feeling, that many of you are just going along with things for the sake of some peace, but actually it might look and feel peaceful on a surface level, but your inner self isn't at peace at all. So there's like an argument, and I think a lot of us have had this, an argument between your logical self and your inner knowing. And it's your inner knowing really that knows. It's just that we often demand the logical part, don't we? We demand the evidence, the tangible bits. But actually, if we're meant to be more on a path of truth and intuition and authenticity, then we should be going with our feelings and our knowings. So, and some of us have been ignoring those. So I'll just, oh, hi Lucy, how are you? Right, let's bring in my guides now as well, just to see if they've got anything to add. Hello there, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here again. So yes, it is a bit of a mixed week, but it's a good week, even though it might feel like a hard week. So as you, let's try to compare this to nature. At the moment, nature is changing, and for a lot of you in the Northern Hemisphere, it's letting go. You know, the leaves are falling off the trees, etc. Maybe there's this need to let go of things that, you know, are no longer working. And that's the same for you. Now, we and the energies have been talking about this for a long time. And a lot of you have let go of things, and a lot of you have pushed forward with your desires and your dreams and following your intuition and your heart, even though it's not been easy. But some of you have been still hanging on to what you know isn't really working. And quite often this is within a relationship, but it can also be within your work or your business. And this week we feel there's nowhere to hide. So it's a week of inner reflection. It's a week of putting yourself first. It's a week of improving the relationship you have with yourself, prioritizing yourself. It's going to become obvious that there is someone or something that is not in alignment with you any longer, that even though you would like them to be or like it to be, you know deep down it's not, or they're not. And if you haven't done anything about it already, we feel you will be faced with, as always said, a blinding truth. that cannot be ignored any longer this week. We are seeing endings for a lot of you, which may feel painful, even though they're necessary, and you know they're necessary deep down in your inner knowing. But as Owen said, please remember that with endings come new beginnings. And isn't there a saying in your world, fortune favors the brave and or the bold? And we feel that's what's going to happen. So for those with endings, whether you decide to make them or they've just happened, know that better things are coming for you. You're being placed on a better timeline, one that brings you more joy, more abundance, more love, more success. But you can't get there if there are things still in your way. And this is what these energies are going to show you this week. All right, not all of you listening, but some of you. So this week, we feel sort of today, tomorrow, Wednesday is really about choosing which direction you want to go in. Like a lot of you have already decided to make changes, and which is good. So the next few days should be about how to make them if you haven't made them already. What else do you need to do to follow through with those? And then it may well be within that you get this blinding truth, or that you get more evidence, if you like, if you need it, if your logical brain needs it, as to why it's time to let go of certain things, so that you can fully embody the change that you want, so that you can fully embody where you're going next. All right, so really that's what it's all about. So the universe is really giving you a helping hand this week, although it may well feel a bit harsh. And then moving towards the end of the week, we do feel that you realize that new things are coming, new opportunities are coming, right? So be kind to yourself this week. Remember, wherever you're over functioning, wherever you're people pleasing, wherever you're self-sacrificing, is where it's wrong for you. It's where you're out of alignment. Okay? And we feel that will show up more brightly, if you like, more obviously for you this week. And that is exactly the area in which you need to make a change. And it's possible that the change will be made for you anyway. All right? But know that you will survive this, and it will lead you to a brighter future, one which is in more alignment with where you want to head. All right? So look after yourself. Remember, the most important relationship is with you, and take very good care of yourself. Yeah, Lucy, I'm feeling tired today. I have had a horrendous headache in the night, which is really only just going. So I do feel that there's a lot going on at the moment. And the card from my deck, which has come up, of course, is no more people pleasing. So there's a definite theme here for this week. All right, so it's all about you conserving your energy, realizing what's working, what's not working. Like, you've probably already got a clue about that, but it becomes kind of so obvious this week that you have to do something about it. Okay, so I hope hope you're all right after hearing all of that. And of course, not all of it will be applicable to you. Maybe elements of it will be. Maybe it sounds bigger than it actually is. It could be a small realization, but one that makes a big difference to you. All right. So, if you're stuck, if you need any help, any guidance, then you know that I'm here. I can bring in my guides in various sessions for you. So just let me know if you need any help and we can work something out in terms of what you might need. Yeah, Lucy, yes, definitely must be something then. Okay, maybe we're overthinking, Lucy, and our heads are telling us to stop. All right, take care, everyone, and I'll be back next week. Bye for now.